Comrades, and then we'll give him a chance to report. And then thereafter, I'll give those who attended the commission, if they want to add something, and then you'll be allowed. And then so that we can save time. Amandla.
Mandla. Mandla. Don't leave ANC, don't leave. Yai chukucha ANC Sekhukhune, yai chukucha. Eric Comrade Chairperson, the Deputy Chairperson of the region, Comrade Maretle Tali, Kidumeri, the RAC collective, and the provincial leadership as led here by Comrade Chukuma Tabata, and the NEC as led by Comrade Mutuma Nan. Comrades, our commission was economic transformation, which was chaired by Comrade Karabaramaji and resourced by Comrade Denja Matuma. I am the rapporteur of this commission, which deals with economic transformation. Comrades, the commission noted the first issue of mining. And in mining, we noted a problem of illegal mining. And we said, as a commission, as we resolve, that issuance of mining permits to applicants should be expedited with special focus on artisanal mining and small-scale mining. And we said the time frame is ongoing, and the responsible department is the municipal LEDs and the departments of mineral resource. Again, comrades, we said the Department of Mineral Resource should accelerate the process of permits application, because illegal mining, the Department of Mineral Resource assist in terms of applications for permits. So we are saying the department must accelerate this program of giving them permits. The sand mining was also identified as a problem by the commission, and we said the ANC should give immediate attention to challenges faced by sand miners. We also call for relaxation of regulations governing sand mining in rural jurisdictions, which is lucrative business for rural local communities. Comrades, ratseba gore batho ba borna ba bantši ba phela ka business ya sand mining. And ka baka la gore e le rural areas more gopela gore rena fa re fe special attention, fa relax this process for us. Comrades, this thing you African National Congress if a focus in the next local government elections. Those people are the voters of the ANC, and they are very angry with these decisions. So we must put much focus on it, Comrade Secretary. And then we said this need immediate attention, and the PEC, NEC must be responsible to address this matter. We are saying another issue is non-compliance with social labor plans. We say there is a need to enhance monitoring and evaluation of implementation of social labor plans of the mining house. We also say municipalities should benchmark with Royal Bafokeng on social corporate responsibility, and that is ongoing, and the responsible people are the Department of Mineral Resource and municipal local economic development units. Comrades, we also identify a problem of non-disclosure of annual turnover by mining houses, or lack of openness and transparency by the mining house. The ANC should advocate policy or law reforms that force mining houses to disclose their annual turnover in their annual reports. financial statements, and other public documents. Ge ba swantse ba thushe community ba dira ka mokgwa ba ratago se ba se kgonago ka lebaka la gore ga re tsebe gore ba dirile bokae ge re ka tseba gore o dirile a billion re tlo gana ga thusha community ka 50,000 because re tla be re tseba gore motho o dirile a billion ka ngwaga. So re swantse go be go transparency and openness ka go tseba gore ba dira bokae so tate ba tla ba kgone go thusha our communities. So we are saying this one because the ANC is going to the national conference in 2027, and there will be the NGC, the police conference in June or before the national conference. Therefore, this one must be resolved by the national police conference. But also the PEC and the NEC are given the responsibility in this matter. We noted the issue of skills mismatch, and we said we need to accelerate the establishment of mining academy or mining college. We suggest that one of the TVET colleges in the district be turned into a mining academy or a mining college. We say municipalities should provide mining empowerment summits, workshops, or exhibitions to our young people. And then we say this should be, we need to get a report by the next regional conference on the establishment of the mining academy. The REC, which is here, must come and give us a report on the progress with this regard. And then we say the REC, Mining House, and the Department of Higher Education and Training must be responsible for this matter. Lack of beneficiation was identified as a matter of problem in the issue of mining. We said efforts should be made to explore mining beneficiation in the region. We said export quotas should be set for products exported by the mining houses. And then we said the next regional conference must give a progress. And the responsible people is the mining house, DTIC, Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, and the Department of Mineral Resources. And then we then identified item number 2 as Sekhukhune as a special economic zone. We said the problem statement is monitoring of the implementation of Sekhukhune as a special economic zone. And we said quarterly progress report as a resolution. Quarterly progress report should be provided to REC about implementation of the Sekhukhune as a special economic zone. The ANC structures are responsible in this matter, the Department of Trade and Industry and Competition, and the Sekhukhune District Municipality. And we also say ANC structures like branches, where this one actually mobilize where for information like Sekhukhune economic zone, where special economic zone so to Sekhukhune ke sa batho ba Limpopo ke sa batho ba Sekhukhune ene ke sa batho ba Afrika Borwa so a sa batho ba Sekhukhune ba noši. And then we speak about SDA, Sekhukhune Development Agency. We said there is an ineffectual Sekhukhune District Development Agency. And we then said the ANC Sekhukhune should be in charge to direct strategic role of SDA, including deployment to enable it to fulfill its mandate. Comrade Secretary of the region, we noted where the attention you are giving to the municipalities is not the same attention you are giving to the SDA. And we are strongly recommending that much focus be given to the SDA, especially on the issue of deployment in that institution, because it is collapsing under the watch of the African National Congress. And now you have an opportunity because there is a vacant position of the CEO. in that agency. So we are requesting you humbly, Comrade Secretary, gore, make sure as the collective or development agency, let's say much focus and attention or as deliver on its mandate. We are saying SDA should roll out implementation of the district-wide investment strategy that will facilitate high-impact economic projects across the district, and to this effect, quarterly reports should be provided. We spoke again about the relocation of the Sekhukhune district offices from Lewagomo to Sekhukhune. And we said the problem in this regard is that the Sekhukhune district are located in exile. That is the problem. And therefore, the resolution is that quarterly progress report should be provided to the REC about the relocation of these offices to their rightful place. And then we are given the time frame of 24 months for the implementation, because other processes must follow. That's why we are giving you at least 24 months to deal with this matter. So the Office of the Premier, the Public Works and COCTA are responsible in this matter. And then we said relevant traditional council should be engaged for allocation of additional land to accommodate future developments. These offices will come with more opportunities. So more space of land should be, requested from the traditional authority or development as a result of these offices, regional land for development. The municipality should plan for road infrastructure as increased population that will come with these offices will expose traffic congestion in Gen First. Yeah. Already Gen First go hlokomela the community le gona already. So this office ga di tlotla go tlo hlokagala gore go be ditsela le tšipa to currently. So now we must plan as the municipalities gore na ditsela jo ba kae re ska tla ra emela mohla the offices di tlile di increase the population of our area. We spoke about agricultural sector, and we said as a statement that there is inadequate contribution. There is inadequate contribution to regional economy. That this sector brought inadequate contribution to the regional economy. It does not impact meaningfully on the economy of the region. And therefore, we need to advocate for agricultural industrialization with special reference to agro-processing. And every municipality should establish and support agricultural cooperatives for the youth. Department of Agriculture should resuscitate or revive agricultural scheme. And this time frame is the next regional conference. The REC and the municipalities are responsible. We also identified tourism sector and also indicated that Leona Gayana contribute effectively on the regional economy. And then we said there should be revitalization and marketing of regional tourism site. We should establish tourism route and support by the municipalities to tourism sector. Municipalities should prioritize tourism in their staff establishment plan, because tourism attention creator ya godisha economy ya creator mishomo ka kwa di masipaleng go tšerere LED officer ebile ke tourism officer. So we need to have a specific office that will deal with tourism to expand this sector so that it will create enough jobs. And that's what we said is ongoing. And municipal LED units, sports, arts and culture department, and municipalities in general should give it an attention. We spoke about cooperatives, and we said ineffectual cooperatives. And we said municipalities should identify, capacitate, and increase budgets for cooperative support. The budget that is there currently, that municipality are supporting for the cooperatives is not enough, and therefore we are requesting that it should be increased. And not only giving budget, but we give necessary support, the training and everything that is possible. These cooperatives after the fund, we indicated where they should be capacitated, and the responsibility is the municipality. And we speak about the SMME support. We are saying as a problem that there is an inadequate SME support. We are saying as a resolution that SME support, including funding, should be prioritized. In particular, entrepreneurship amongst the youth should be supported and encouraged as part of reducing youth unemployment and stimulating regional economy. We acknowledge our economy, create the mishumo. Our government and the private sector are not able to provide jobs for our youth. And we think and believe through business support and funding for their businesses will immensely make sure that there will be creation of jobs in our districts. So currently, the municipality of Makuruta through its municipal manager, who is delegated here, Mr. Mganedi, has established Makuruta Youth Fund with the NYDA. And that we see as a progressive step towards creating employment for young people. And we wish all other municipalities must follow suit. We must encourage and support for the establishment of venues that align with the demands of the regional economy. We call for the relaxation of the requirements for funding. Sometimes, we apply funding. Red tape. So relaxation, the funding agencies and departments must relax their requirements so that our people will be able to access those funds. And we say this is ongoing, and municipality, government department, and SOEs must play a role in this regard. We speak about the land. As problem statement is incompatible development of land. Resolution, municipalities should strengthen the enforcement capacity to ensure compliance with municipal planning instruments. And we say it is ongoing. Responsibility, municipality, traditional councils, COCTA, department. Municipalities should enter into MOEs, Memorandum of Understanding with traditional councils on the issue of land. We speak about unemployment, and the challenge here, or the problem is that there is a high vacancy rate within the public administration, meaning in our hospital departments, in our municipalities, there is a high vacancy rate when there is unemployment at the same time. And we are saying, fund as a resolution, that funded vacant posts should be filled timelessly within the applicable legal or public policy. And we said they must be filled within 6 months, and the PEC and the NEC must be responsible. We say serious intervention is required against budget cuts, especially with reference to closure of posts when some people retire. When a problem is serious, more problem unemployment. But to buy a pension, but to buy retire, those posts are not filled. What's happening? It's a problem. So, it must be resolved. It must be resolved. The PEC and the NEC must resolve this thing. But to retire, she posted one of our instead, it will replace EPWP. So, we must look into it. because our people are unemployed. The last issue, comrades, the last issue is the issue of value-added tax, which would negatively affect our economy. And then we said as a commission, we are welcoming the decision of the reversal of this VAT increase, because this would have affected negatively on the poor, who are the motive forces of our national democratic revolution, and the working class. So we welcome the decision to reverse this VAT increase by our Minister of the ANC, Minister Enoch Otongwana. And then we applaud, and we applaud. So, this is the report from the Commission on Economic Transformation. And then, like we said, Chairperson, they will add more long work.
No, thank you very much, Comrade Khari. Long live Comrade Khari, long live. Yeah, comrades, I will take hands from those who were in that commission, and if they want to add, then I will allow you. I saw the hand of one comrade here. Yeah, bolela leina la gago akere. And then o re botsele ka mo commission o bo ya attendile. Because of akere, there are those who did not attend commissions. And then ke moka banya go ready inputs while we are in plenary. So, yeah. Over to you, comrade.
Greetings, my name is Tumisho Patlane. From Ephraim Magale, Ward 12, Mahopi Mabinat branch, the convener of the ANC Youth League in Ephraim Magale. I was attending the commission on the economic transformation, and then there were some omissions there in terms of the issue on the mining, on the issue of beneficiation. We spoke to the issue of export quotas, that not more than 70% of the mineral resources should be exported on the issue of mining. And then on the issue of agriculture, we also spoke to the issue of skills development. And then specifically, we looked at Dombisilika College of Agriculture, where we are saying that the college needs to be transformed, because currently it's no longer serving its purpose of transforming the agricultural landscape or the agricultural economic part of Sekhukhune. Therefore, the Department of Agriculture has urged that they should try and transform and revive some of the activities which were being carried there at Dombisileka, so that the agriculture that is here at Sekhukhune can be revived and then go to the glory that it needs to be. And then on the issue of SMMEs, we also spoke to the issue where the district municipality should revive the program Yabugupile, which was assisting the emerging contractors to be able to get necessary training and to grow. And then we also spoke about the issue that was raised from the Treasurer's report, that the organization is no longer being properly financed. Therefore, we said as the commission that the ANC should try and look at the funding model, such as establishing an investment company that will look at investment avenues such as development of properties. One example that we made is that at least maybe an ANC of Sekhukhune can be able to own a property of a mall where they will be able to generate income and be able to finance organizational activities. This is raised because the Treasurer's report indicated that there's a problem of funding where, because of this thing, IEC where batho ha ba sa kgona ho thusha the organization. Therefore, we feel the need that the organization should find its own ways to try and finance itself. Therefore, I submit.
No, thank you very much. I think it's well captured, Comrade Khari. No, thank you. Because of whatever inputs that you are making here, they are going to be added on the resolutions of the conference. And then thank you very much. I think there was only one hand. And then we'll move to the next commission, of which is Elections and Campaigns Commission. And then the rapporteur here is Comrade Tatli Rachilo. Comrade Tatli, over to you.
Thank you, Deputy Chairperson, Comrade Tladi. Greetings to the leadership, the delegates. Without much waste of time, as you have already alluded, we were in an election and campaign commission. It was chaired by Comrade Sepo Matenji. Comrade Sam Malaka was our resource person. Chair, we have identified 9 area of discussion. The first one, which we have identified, is a ward delimitation or ward demarcation. And on it, we noted that some of the wards are demarcated in the manner that disadvantages the ANC. And the second point on it is that some demarcation of wards happen to divide villages on some tribal authorities. Here we mean that you sometimes find that a ward, a village that belongs to a particular chief is divided into 2. One piece of it falls into this ward and the other piece into another ward. On the resolution, we said all villages and townships closer to the towns be integrated with those towns to reclaim our lost grounds and also to turn the balance of forces into the ANC's favor. The examples here is Groblersdal, wherein there is a location called Masakaning, which is not part of that ward. So if you can take Masakaning and integrate it to Groblersdal, it can actually help the ANC to regain its lost ground. The second point we said, as a resolution, strengthen active participation during the municipal demarcation board programs and stop the separation of the villages and townships belonging to one tribal authority. Here we said the REC must develop a program to consult with the BEC prior the consultation process of the municipal demarcation board. On our second area of discussion, we said election registration and low voter turnout. And then we noted that the complacency and unentranced IEC campaigns that do not reach the majority of our inhabitants is a problem. And the second point there is a low IEC registration by the young people or youth and irregular data capturing of the electorates by the very same IEC. We went further to say lack of extensive online registration and our inability to use modern election technologies. Our resolution to this, the first one is that we must strengthen our BECs for the effective functioning of the election machinery from the branch level. The second one is the correct identification of the popular ANC candidates. Rano filter batho, ba e leng gore ba roga batho, ba tshwentse batho. E dira gore batho ske ba re voutela go ba ske ba ya ko di area tša rena tša go kgetha goba di voting district tša rena. Another point mo ke creation of opportunities for young people in particular, and then I agree ra re ne mishomo re ka ba createla mebereko e tla ba enticing. Use the resident voters roll to help to update it and improve the numbers in that particular voters roll. On the third point, really planning, sourcing and resourcing of election campaign. Our point here, the ANC is found to be reacting during election campaigns, the budget constraints, I mean. Our resolution on it, we must plan ahead of the election dates. We must cater our candidates on time. So we must plan ahead. Cater them from Furuga breakfast until and then the election material must be delivered very early. Skera which are reactor always. On the fourth point, we said the thorough assessment of the councillors post their term of office and councillor candidates prior term of their offices. Here we imply that when the term comes to an end, we must assess the work of that particular councillor, and then Baba Tlotsana Levona, I don't know what's in I we need to actually assess our candidates before we fill them in. The weakness of the organization in setting their councillors, in assessing their councillors and selecting their councillor candidates. Here is the challenge that we normally do. Solution to it, we must nominate the popular and active candidates who are sociable and approved by the community. It will tusha gore ge le rena re ANC re decide ka motho re misha ko batho ba mo tšee bonolo ntle le go nyaka o mongwe o e leng gore re tlo re ka morago re ra mo joinisha ANC e tle e be candidate ya rena goba a tsamaye ka dikhala tša rena nampile a tla re šaetše a bonagala o kare ke ANC ye e mo tlišitšeng and then a šaetšang. On the next bullet we spoke about ID campaign. Here we noted that most identity documents remain uncollected for a longer period go home affairs. There is a delayed organizational ID campaign. Our resolution here is that sub-regions through the Office of the Speakers must have a monthly program of trailing and collecting ID information. There ought to be continuous ID campaign with conjunction with Home Affairs from the branch level and regular updating of the data through the assistance of stakeholders like CDWs. We went on to say to identify continuous election program and ceaseless monitoring of service delivery. We noted here that During this period of election, that's when people begin to see us active in our villages. The second point here, again, we said inability to properly monitor service delivery programs, particularly on issues raised during the election campaign. Recollect matata batho, go district cheating, kana kwa di election ge di feta, re a di phuthela, matata batho ba re fileng ona, a no remain as solved until the election is latelang area or door to door gape ba re fa ona gape. That is our problem. And then unavailability of some councillors in their constituency. Comrade RS here indicated gore ma councillor a mangwe ba ba khethile ba re ba gona mara ba no se be gona ba nge ba etela di village tša bona goba di constituencies tša bona. So ke e swana le la re boletseng ka go godimo gore re no topa batho re se ra ba senga ga botse ba fetša ba re shaetše. So go di resolution tša yona re rile the BT ought to continue interacting with our masses on a regular basis. BEC again have to constantly monitor the work of the councillors and ensure that there are monthly engagements with the communities or the community meetings are held. Yeah, membership, volunteers, and community voter education. Our seventh area of discussion. Now we said lack of intensified and inconsistent on the voter education. Inconsistent voting pattern and fluctuating election results per category. We made 1 point, more resolution, or we must intensify voter education, starting with our members. Because re batho ba rena ba palla ko go thusha batho ba rena ra fetša re ba le di-spoil tše dintši. On our 8th identified area of discussion, really modern election campaign strategies. Now we said in constant and inconsistent occupying of social media spaces by our volunteers and comrades during the election. Baba the opposition, eba bona ba dominate media or social media spaces. Kama fokudi nyana manyana le ngona. Mola rena is the ANC gona le tšintši tše re dirileng go ba re di achievileng. So ga re bolele ka tšona. Ene ba ba re reše, rena gone mmereko mo botse ANC o dirileng. So we must improve on that weakness. Le rena re bona ga le fala re reta bobedi boraronyana yo ANC o dirileng go ba bontši lo tše e leng gore di gona di a bonagala. People chose not to see what the ANC has done, but we must talk to them. Use the ANC achievements and dominate all social media space. Yeah, or we must dominate that space. Last area of our discussion was popularization of the ANC gains or achievements. I've already hinted it. The weakness here is our inability to populate and popularize the service delivery milestone the ANC has achieved. Solution, immediate ward profiling by the BECs and be monitored by the REC. Immediate ward profiling by the BEC and be monitored by the REC. The celebration of the programs of our achievement. E nyakile ho tshwana le ke boletseng kana ka godimo gore from now on we must be seen talking or praising the good work that the ANC has actually done. I thank you, Chairperson. Amandla.
No, thank you very much, Comrade Dudley. Long live Comrade Dudley Rashilo, long live. Yeah, then I will take hands or inputs from those who were attending the Election and Campaign Commission to add on if there are some inputs. Yeah, in the absence of hands, then we move to the third commission, of which is organizational renewal. The rapporteur is Comrade Kuki Sefala. And on governance, Comrade Tsepo Duomo, just read yourself and be just near. Okay, no, sure. Thanks.
Ke a leboga, Moetapele. Comrade Deputy Chairperson, greetings to the NEC members. They were led here by Comrade Mudu, I can't see him now. The PC and the newly elected RS. The chairperson of this committee was Percy Moari, and the resource person, Comrade Khajape Maredi. The commission, it's on organizational renewal, and as the commission, we reaffirmed the document by the ANC Veterans League on the renewal program, in which they identified 5 pillars. And one amongst them is the compulsory political education for all members, meaning there should be a systematic program of political education and development of new cadres at all levels of the ANC and the broad democratic movement, starting with the foundation course for all members. The second pillar, it's a new approach to recruiting members. Like any live organization, be a member of the ANC must regularly be subjected to a renewal process, meaning that each and every member must meet the minimum criteria to remain a member in good standing, using the ANC's seminal document through the eye of the needle as a mechanism to test. The third pillar is rethinking the role and structure of the ANC branch to reconnect with the people. The ANC branch must be the principal vehicle through which members lead the efforts of communities and citizens in advancing community development and service delivery. The fourth pillar places the ethics and integrity agenda at the center of organizational and governance work to reclaim the moral authority that was so key in the struggle for freedom. And this is only possible with an uncompromising attitude to corruption and all forms of misconduct. The fifth one is reassert and practically demonstrate unwavering commitment to the principles of unity, to the principle of non-racialism, to the principle of non-sexism, and a democratic and prosperous society. So, as the Commission, we came up with the following recommendations. On branches, we are saying the ANC's Sekhukhune branches must be functional at all times. They must convene branch meetings as dictated by the ANC constitution. ANC branches must develop a program of action that is about community development. Our programs must be community orientated. There shouldn't be an ANC program there and a community program there. ANC branches must be civic orientated and be involved in every issue that concerns people. Every day out you have to know what are the breaking news in your branch. ANC branches must constitute BC subcommittees and ensures that they perform their sectoral work diligently. We have to make sure the subcommittee jarna di abereka. Diska abereka fela ge re ya to the branch biannual general meeting fela. The ANC branches, in conjunction with the ward councillor, must develop a ward profile that will capacitate it to make informed contributions to the municipal plans such as IDPs. The ANC branches must ensure that all BC members attend the BC induction workshop. As soon as you are elected as the BC leadership, you have to demand an induction workshop. And you must also make sure that you attend all foundation course modules. ANC branches must develop a monthly political education program. That should be a standing item on each and every agenda of the BC or the branch meeting. The ANC branches must thoroughly workshop their members on ANC social media policies. We mustn't just wake up and go into social media and write whatever that is in your mind. We do have the spokespersons and the communications managers in the ANC. Those are the people that should at all times make sure that they communicate the decisions of the ANC. The ANC branches must deploy its members to participate in community policing forums, school governing bodies, hospital and clinic boards, and other organs of people's power. We must found to be occupying every space in our ward, in our branches, in our sub-regions. On membership, the Commission is saying recruitment is the lifeblood of any democratic organization, and it must be succeeded by a thorough induction workshop of the new members, including enrolling them to the foundation course modules. The new members here, we are also referring to the members that are from other political parties. We have to make sure that we induct them. All members must be workshopped on the goals, values, principles, and character of the ANC. On ANC councillors, the Commission is saying ANC must develop a program to capacitate its councillors on its approach to local government, as well as the work expected from councillors. ANC councillors must improve their skills and qualifications. Osonjo be different, how 5 years, how be different from what was Anaka councillor, by making sure that you capacitate yourself. ANC councillors must convene regular community meetings. On REC, the Commission is saying all REC members must attend the foundation course modules. Must. On Alliance, the Commission is saying the ANC's Sekhukhune region must develop a clear alliance program. We have to make sure that there's a good working relationship between the ANC and the alliance partners. Thank you, Chairperson.
No, thank you very much, Comrade Kuki. for presenting the resolutions or report from the election, organizational renewal. Long live Comrade Kuki, long live. Then is there any addition that you want to make, colleagues, from the organizational renewal? I don't see any hand, then we move to the fourth commission, of which is a commission on governance. The rapporteur here is Comrade Tsepo Diomo. Comrade Tsepo.
Amanda, Madu, what about African? Ogara African, Amanda Garasione, Amanda, yeah, viva ANC, viva, viva President Cyril Ramaphosa, viva, viva Lena, viva. Yeah, comrades, we congratulate you. We congratulate the newly elected REC and the officials. We welcome the decision. And yeah, comrades, computer like a water. When I'm mo, I wrote the economy. I saw them done my Ganyanas. Well, I'm like a sort of Tesla. It's a magan no, she must sort of Tesla. You feel like a GNU. Comrades, but there is something I must do before I start reading this. Mwatu. This conference nominated me. I was nominated from the floor. I said, Nape, while we have VAR, Leon decline. VAR, Arapolo Moon. Our Magaligo no, VAR. Mesh Commission, I don't know much I will. So, I am officially declining my nomination to be the REC member. I'm stating that in record for the history to note that the VAR cannot decline me. I'm declining for myself. Yeah, comrades, I'm here to speak on behalf of the Commission on Governance. I might just reshuffle you. I might just reshuffle many of you right now, right here. I got a sort of power. Up on my gosorgan, like a serious sale. My gosorgan namu. Ogafo to Agavara Sal Sale, Osal Mayor, Osal Speaker. Go foolish. Yeah, comrades, I'm getting to this thing. Commission on Governance. The approach to state power is in. Oh, no, I did not do something correct. My name is Tsepo Diomo. I'm 10. I'm the rapporteur. The resource person was the MM Comrade Murupa. And Comrade Mokopa and Estrambeli was our chairperson here. He was. There was. Comrades, the approach to state power is informed by the Freedom Charter and the principle that people shall govern. Main goal of the state transformation. I get into this thing, comrades. We start the discussions. Here we dealt with the demarcation of the municipal boundaries. The problem statement in this regard is that the demarcation might lead to conflict in the communities and might affect the ANC in the election. Historically, you all know that we used to have this thing of Mutse boundaries, Mutse East, Mutse West, and when the wards are also being demarcated, this must be managed. And the resolution on this thing is that urgent steps should be taken to develop strategies to stabilize the change in boundaries. The time frame is that must happen with immediate effect. This thing of boundaries must be taken very, very serious. It's always affecting us. We come to the second discussion was on the traditional leaders, Magoshi Arena. I get a lot of Magoshi mo, of what la room Magoshi mo. I want to Magoshi to end the Bargiri Roles and what. More to a contra lesson. Comrades, traditional leaders not informed with the development in the municipalities. That's a problem statement. We're saying traditional leaders which are not informed with the development in the municipalities. The resolution, I'm going to be very quick. We need to have quarterly engagement between the mayor, the PMT, in fact, and the traditional leaders. This program, is already running it from the regional office. And we are proposing, comrades, that we do this program, all the municipalities now, from the governance point of view, as government, they must interact with Magoshi before you even come with your ANC office program. We must be in touch with our communities. That's what we're trying to say. And then we come to this thing of district development model, the popular district development model. The problem statement is the silos planning by spheres of government. I think we need to deal with this one as well. I get to go maspalang wali plasing given. Given. Dear treasurer, Masar Chale, Kodi maspalang charena like bo Ephraim Magal in particular and Elias Mutsaledi. I want to give an example. Okechagona letsela ile national. That road, obala pothole mare feta ona ka motropo. Pothole municipality cannot attend to that pothole. I think you must understand that. The linking and the delinking of government spheres. That's what I'm not trying to say. If on a pothole, it's a maya kamara there's a provincial route to Mtetem. Obalong open a quite a pothole mutsileng, ila really accident the Manabakofala mole. Okotor Maspala does not respond quickly, but in Togian national. The other issue is the issue of Metse. Otaka what councillor, but Toreba Muchisha, but why was not Metse? What councillor will say, Metse responsibility district. I think we are failing. When we go to elections, I district. I don't say I'm from Department of Education. I'm saying I'm a ward councillor of the ANC. So there must be a linking and the delinking of these government spheres, the responsibilities. If on a problem, we must respond quickly to that. So this thing of silos planning by government spheres is not welcome, comrades. And then we come to item number 4. Yeah, elabate po soman. Elabate po somakom. Mebere komakom. Filling of municipal vacancies. And I must also be here to register a concern what? Department of Public Works has advertised 135 positions. And then in Sekhukhune they are about 35. If I'm crying and I'm complaining for my sub-region. Comrade, given that must be addressed. Filling of post-hampers bed in service delivery, comrades. The post of the Maspale, I did that you way. Handle strategic, the strategy is anger, le strategize. Handle strategize hang. Let Maspal. What are you strategizing? Creating the job opportunities Evan, the going from Mahalo comrade given. Just create traffic at 50 traffic cops. Or very car allowance. ANC will survive. Let's create jobs for our comrades. Our comrades are suffering. But let us fill municipal posts, comrades. And then item number 5. I think on this item, comrades, let us clap hands. I'm going to deal with the issue ya municipal audit. Let's clap hands for the 4 municipalities in Sekhukhune. Can we clap hands, comrades? In terms of this, in terms of municipal audit, our municipalities have been performing very well. Lebabon ne ba khotsa award. Feta go motubatse Ifram Mgale, Elias Motsoledi, Makhulu Thamara. Now, this thing of municipal audit, comrades, in Makhulu Thamara, comrades, when I the audited financial statement, municipal manager Makhulu Thamara, really intern. He was an intern, the municipal manager there. The municipal manager there, Uriel Lojeba di Bicharu, the audited financial statement, Hanche Tendara, I Riega Tendara, but it did internally, and still, Bakwaja clean audit. Can we clap hands for them, comrades? We can produce more. Municipal manager must come to an end. Because we can, through, like Comrade Mishak Khwale. Mishak was an intern, he's a very good municipal manager. Rakwana Makom, get on this item. Crime and corruption. Crime and corruption, comrades. Our resolution on crime and corruption. We are saying crime and corruption disrupt and affect service delivery badly. We must mobilize our society and communities on the issues of crime and corruption. That we must ensure that the PMTs in all our municipalities are functional and meet on weekly basis. On crime, comrades, that thing of street committees, the CPF, we must be seen leading those structures. And the other thing of corruption, which we must deal with. Corruption is something that is facilitating factionalism. Naturally, my comrade ANC, rena factionalism are it. Apa rena ratana kamu? Nara ratana kamu? Hana ratana makom. I want the faction. This conference is a proof that ANC does not have factions. That's not the faction that you guy. From the tenderpreneurs, they fight for tenders. Then they come in the ANC. Also, then as the ANC structures, we fight during conferences, but we fight on behalf of factions in the market, factions in business. So those factions, they facilitate the corruption. So we must fight because our enemies, the ANC, is this corruption. Corruption. We must resist corruption. We must fight corruption with everything we have. I gotta get tell level makom. I gotta get VAR one. Dalagakan chab. I was on VAR. Michael Sergan Nawal. I was on a match official. Other commissions have stressed on this one. Capacity building for councillors. I think these other commissions have touched on this thing of capacity building. I think this thing is very, very important. But I think I'll attend to it in this manner. Comrades, to be elected in the REC does not assure you of deployment as a councillor. To be deployed as a councillor also does not, we can't have REC of councillors. We can't have an REC of councillors. That is not going to happen. Otherwise, this organization is going to collapse. Ragwana Makom. Now, Capacity building was saying non-capacity building hampers negatively the development of municipal and service delivery. But we are saying all councillors, how it's a now we want councillor opportunity, but first depend the same over not to buy intake, or intake, or intake or private course, diploma, mola, top guy. Whenever come on course, whenever the package about the degree, man course. Uzore ka mankhosa wa topa mankhosa le ene wa swara tšele ba hurumetša o kgone go swamela somewhere ya comrades ke tla go MPEG comrade Morupa o te thetile mo ngwato o re kwa mmabololo MPEG a ge le given ke yona e leng e botse ma MPEG a Ephraim Mogale we must look at that Lungile and Thabiso Mabaso we must view with a serious view. I think they are doing something very beautiful in Ephraim Mogale. Can we clap hands for them? Non-compliance with policies and regulations. I'm dealing with MPEG. Now I'm speaking government language. All municipalities must provide both human and financial support to MPEG. I got a job opportunity in Jonah. You can't have an MPEG where there is no manager or MPEG. Again, you know what MPEG, what like no comrades. But capacitate the office to MPEG. Capacitate and give resources to MPEG. Give resolution in the more resolve. I got a feature my own mutton or an hour college. What I legend. What I legend. I can fetch a felice. I can mutaro at a legend. What I legend. I've been nuggets of power. Agar na abe na kuhuri sheke tauban. Makala wa sutulu mwana mo. Huri shicho. Onjere ke salam fana and brutaloji. Ugas kaya ke soro power mo. Mchin. And I'm the last commission. Chairman. I'm the last kusane ngwe. Aray mana asayo. Financial resources for municipalities. Financial resources for municipalities. We are saying lack of current funding model. Comrade Deputy Minister of Coxton. Current funding model disadvantages rural municipalities that have low revenue base. The municipalities are going to generate income. They are going to grow. Mara ke kole tabeng ngwa ngwato man. O ka phahla. A ke re dula mmabololo ba. O chabile le batho ba ntshaba. Batho ba ntshaba na ke tlo ntshaba. Fale ke dula mo etu chabile. Mogala e chabile. Phahlo chabile. E batho ba ntshaba. Kwa Ephraim Mogale ngwato. A ke re must tell this conference. Ke bolela ka bo montwe. In Ephraim Mogale, we don't have services who are suffering. We don't have projects but I'm told only investment unkhalish but only investment there 400 million kapange le sort of 400 million investment that money must come and assist the run the service delivery that thing of us must Ephraim Mogale can be Dubai of Sekhukhune. Ephraim Mogale can if you go to Elias Mutwale comrades Elias Mutwale is very clean. That town now is very clean. And I the robot, and I got robot on my locate. Come up locate. So when I the camera, the security and all that. So that money linga go bange. Some we unfix and we kishim. Print that 400 million. We must spend it. Cafe Tomako. Community engagement. Oh no, this resolution here, we note the review of local government funding by the national government and we hope the process will benefit our rural municipalities in the long run. Community engagement. Community engagement. While saying the problem statement is we lack feedback to community. Lack of feedback to the community might lead to unrest. How do we relate to community? There are councillors of the ANC, comrades, mostly PR councillors. By no one but the treat a woman about Fileniano or celebrity. Interaction in community, we must improve. Our interaction with the people. Even a lot of motone, or regular Mercedes, over a motor, some of it, lift. And it's a man mahu, watu, your councillors don't attend funerals. Your councillors don't attend funerals. Comrades, lamana tau, agal wuchen dong, wala kisa wala mo Facebook. Tau kono cheka ini ar un agar na ramu follow mo Facebook. Ar un Northern Cape. Ne, kau sa no ne funeral mampo. Tau will be at that funeral. He will attend your funeral. He will attend Manyal and all that. Our councillors what? Our interactile what? Ba shonya. Likiali ke iti ma councillor. Kaya ba next door ba sorgetal. Aba etla ka ba kere ke iti ki. Khandu bulela mutho o motopele khabishana le go ya go sinya go isega half. O motopele tomatiane. Go tsama ka kole o buletse aircon. O bona motho mo strate. Mo fe lift, mo na match. Sa khanyetse mbatho ma councillor. You must stop it. All ward councillors and ANC branches must have community and monthly basis, on monthly basis, and provide reports to the office of the Speaker and the Regional Secretary. The office of the Regional Secretary to look into the role of PR councillors. The role of PR councillors. Mohula lena ke engkar le agola. The PR councillor. Le bere kanga botse. Are le bone gape mo. Le fo phela tlo di roile pe mo le shonne. Are le bone la le riang kgantele na botse. What committees, comrades, what committees must also be another strategy, sarina, so improve service delivery, makom. Yeah, village. Yeah, I'll get all. Ega get all, chapese. Ega rito pato, chapese. Ega rito pato. Yeah, I get a musho wale. I beg you on a kono. Yeah. What committees, comrade? The functional ward committee may lead to unrest and lack of communication on municipal affairs and at local level. The ward committee are now strengthening of the role of ward committee and providing required resources and capacity building. Uniformity we mean. My ward committee towards the life from Mahala Bagololeka. My ward committee towards la makhulutama a re go le di 4,000 ka moka o ke tsa ntšhalete re go le nya go lekana ka moka fa ka ntšhalete mo di committee ne gono se ka go di committee 1.5 ke lo mang jona tse ke a feta ke ba re ke ka pele cascading of performance ke ria ka pele ke makgong. All municipalities must complete the process of cascading performance to all municipal staff by beginning of 2025-2026 financial year. The imbizos, all mayors must convene imbizos. Imbizos, all mayors must convene imbizos on quarterly basis and report to the regional secretary as part of interaction with communities. Ethical leadership, all municipalities must practice ethical leadership. Relocation of offices. We speak of those Sekhukhune offices which are in exile in Lewa home. They must come back home. The relocation of offices must be concluded in the next 3 years, and we welcome the progress made by the Office of the Premier towards the establishment of political steering committee before the end of May 2025. Selection process of councillors. We are recommending that the selection of councillors to be managed with caution to minimize potential division in the society. Deployment of comrades deployment of comrades in the municipalities has all necessary requirements and the skill to occupy such positions. Taking councillors to the people. This program must not only be run by the RS also. We are saying this program must be continuous. It must be decentralized from the office of the RS. Other top 5 members must be involved, Comrade Lad, Deputy Chair. Since the novel program, Chawa Maroshing, Chawayad, when we create we share the tool in the one of us, or the tool of us. The tool. We are recommending that the selection of councillors to be managed with caution to minimize division in the society. Comrades, you see this thing here, your community selection of councillors, that thing has affected us, kind of local government. That thing has really dealt with us. BGM, on chachale to recover to Mataoman community, or we make a community, and then we lose it inside the ANC. And it's a problem. We must deal with that thing. Deployment of comrades in the municipalities has all necessary requirements, who has all necessary requirements and the skill to occupy such positions. Monitoring and assessment of deployees on annual basis, the KPI. Taking councillors to the Ogifidilum. Yeah, ANC study group, ANC caucus, since when they are having our money for
No, thank you very much, Comrade Sepodi Homo, for presenting the report from your commission, the Commission of Governance. Long live Comrade Homo, long live. Long live Comrade Homo, long live. Comrades, I forgot that earlier we have joined by the chairperson of Waterberg, Comrade Jack Maeko, and the secretary of that region, Comrade Maoro. Chairman, can you please greet the delegates? Ya ra leboga ke baetapele ba go tswa kua regioneng ya Waterberg. Comrades, can we maybe just sing a hot revolutionary song, and then we will be going to the last commission. So let's just sing a revolutionary song. Comrades. Yeah, Robele Momakom. I want to fix something. I get a John Lopel, I get a Robela. I get a Gasuliga Galseth. Yes. DJ. Hembe Amasocha. Hembe Amakerela. Uwane Okala Sele. Hembe Amasocha. Amandla. Yeah, comrades, let's go to the last commission, of which is Commission of Communication and Battle of Ideas. The rapporteur there is Comrade Oscar Mashilo.
Autambo Osielelema Seuzoka lepazuga si Autambo Osielelema Seuzoka lepazuga
si hao tambo o siwelele ma sekuzoka le bazuka siwe hao se sifikile te tabafana bemko sekuzoka le bazuka si hause sifikile ti nabafana bemko sekuzoka le bazuka siwe.
Yeah, comrades, ke rena ba re tseba gore go riagalang. Immediately we give you a chance for a report. Gore bona re boledišana so ne le mabaka a re gapeletšang. Then you are not here to sing, report.
Thanks very much, Chairperson of the session, the newly elected Deputy Regional Chairperson, Comrade Tlali David. Ke tšea baka se ke ya go tamiša. Ke tamiši the National Executive Committee as led here by Namane Tau Dixon Masemola and the
O summarize because of we are running out of. Agribanda one before the SG now is outside.
Oh, no, I'll be short. Comrades, I've been urged here to be as fast as I can because the leadership have arrived. So I will be short as I can. So I'm going straight to what I've been brought here for. Comrades and companions, our commissions were about communication and battle of ideas, which the chairperson was Comrade Sam Wane, and the resource person was Comrade Wandangobo. Effective communication is essential, comrade, in the organization. So we have been able, comrades, to come up with issues that are affecting us as Sekhukhune region in terms of communication and solution. So because of time, I will only deal with solutions and leave the problems because of they've highlighted that we must be time conscious. So comrades, resolutions, we must improve the internal and external communication amongst ourselves. Us as ANC comrades and also outside as to how we are conducting ourselves before people out there, because the ANC itself, it does not, we are not only the people who are more important than the organization, even people outside it are also important. We also need them to vote for us as the ANC. It's not only comrades of the ANC who are voting for the ANC. And also issue of online communication and virtual political education. We must take this thing of political education very serious, comrade. Political education, we must take it very serious. But because of the material that we are experiencing now as the ANC, so we also suggest that the REC must start having online or virtual political education. And we also speak of protocol of communication. How messages must be communicated, cascaded down to the branch level. The regional spokesperson must be the person who is leading the communications. It must only be the regional spokesperson who communicates first before all of us, comrades. We understand that some of you who have got, we have relationship with comrades that can give you information as fast as they can, but then let's at all material time ensure that we are allowing the regional spokesperson to communicate us decisions and communications of the ANC. And also, we also felt that it's much important that the communicators of our municipalities must have a direct relationship with the spokesperson of the region. The regional spokesperson must create a proper relationship and also develop a mechanism whereby the municipal communicators can report to the regional spokesperson's office and also the office of the secretary on a quarterly basis, so that the activities and exercises that are exercised by the municipality and the region were at the same level and on the same information. And the issue of discipline, comrades. Discipline is very much important, comrades, particularly on this time that we find ourselves in, whereby we are under GNU and we are having local elections which are due next year. So, comrades, issue of discipline, it must also be emphasized that the RSO, the Regional Executive Committee, and also the Office of the Secretary must ensure that discipline is exercised at all material times, comrades. What councillors and what committee, the issue of what councillors and what committee in our respective wards or branches, comrades, it's very much key and important that in as much as we are going to local election next year, we ensure that councillors that we elect and what committees they go through an induction for them to be able to understand the policies and how the ANC itself works, because of we have seen, history is the best teacher. We've seen councillors here who did not understand what the ANC is and what the ANC is it for. So we will need also what councillor and what committee induction. And also policy framework and communication within what branches. We need to come up with communication forum or communicators desk in our branches so that the messages of the region can also reach all people in our wards. The issue of the ANC broadcast. We are living on the fourth industrial revolution now, comrades. We must keep up with the technology and the time which we find ourselves in. So we must move with time. In Twela radio station, so Facebook and WhatsApp groups have taken over the social platforms. So we must also be inconsiderate of such elements when we are approaching also the local election, and also we are mandating the ANC that it must empower these podcasts that are already in this hall now. They must find an expression in our leadership of the REC. They must be empowered so that they can communicate our messages to the people of Sekhukhune at large. And the issue of ANC blog, the ANC page on Facebook, colleagues or comrades, we are having the ANC Facebook page on Facebook that is not active. You will find that the regional secretary is at Elias Mzwaleli, which is Tulu. The post itself, original 15 likes. A post of a regional secretary, Talama Tupe, actively so, on Facebook, I'm post about Talama Tupe, which is Tulu, Patanzuan, 15 likes, 0 shares, no comments. But then in this hall now, we're 292. Where are you, comrades? Then I'll phone all of you here, but then you are not active. You are the enemy of the ANC ourselves. We must wage a struggle, comrades, against our own weaknesses. It must first start with us. It cannot be correct that a post or a communication of the regional secretariat office on a Facebook platform, which ourselves understand that we're on the fourth industrial revolution, social media, post the regional secretary with 15 likes. What messages are we sending to the people outside the ANC? Because the ANC, local election. We need those people outside there. So those people outside there, it must be ourselves who display the maximum support amongst ourselves. That group, I will lobby the conference that listening to Facebook, the following page, liking, sharing every communication that is being communicated on that platform. And also the issue of WhatsApp groups. We felt that it will be very much important that we also know this one of WhatsApp groups. WhatsApp groups. One of the reasons why you are seeing the ANC is because of the WhatsApp groups. Must have what I shall WhatsApp group. Umagala on WhatsApp group barki ANC region Sekhukhune. Admin is not even a branch member. Marabarki ANC Sekhukhune region ANC. Let's go. Utla snap ura tala siena le humul. Silence gives consent. What are you melana le? You are part and parcel of those group chats. So we are lobbying this conference now. We are lobbying this conference now to make it a resolution in this conference where we want a centralized WhatsApp group that will be monitored by the regional spokesperson and the office of the RSO. We want to dismantle all those WhatsApp group chats. This conference today must take a resolution to say all those WhatsApp groups of the ANC must be dismantled, and we have one central WhatsApp group, which is custodian. It will be the regional spokesperson and also the office of the RSO, the region. I create the link because of little joiner when about will accept. Other than that, any group like ANC Sekhukhune region is a spokesperson, is RSO office or the custodian of the REC. Asiona, we will have to make an enforcement disciplinary to you, comrade. Cannot be correct or group ANC million ngana revelela jewelry as ANC. That is my substitution as I go down. Thank you, Chairperson of the session.
No, thank you very much, Comrade Oscar, for presenting a report from your commission, commissions and battle of ideas. Comrades, I told you earlier that we have a visitor from a big office, kwa Gauteng, kwa Luthuli House, kwa Ntlogolo. Balagela re bona re fela re bolela ka mogo. A ke re fana maele ba le ka ba etapele. Re a kwishisha gore le swere ke tlala. But re shetse re le mafelelong, we left with only 3 items. And then not commissions, I'm saying items. And then Valo Begere Arno Joropela, then I will be guided if Bo SG was to Fitli inside the yard. In our Batlega farm, comrades. Arjolim Belegadi go share the Tlataganya, then I will give you direction. Amandla, yeah, comrades, we are done with the commissions, and then we got Sipidisho. Sanjore the adopted, and then as part of the resolutions of the conference, then I will ask comrades to move for the adoption. There is a hand there. Yeah, and then there is a hand of Comrade Indumiso. Is Comrade Cabello, ne? Yeah. Yeah, Comrade KB, where is the roving mic? Yeah, we'll check.
Move for adoption of the commissions as a true reflectionary discussions to our Congress.
No, thank you very much, Cabello, for moving the adoptions of the commissions. There is a hand from maybe somewhere in Fetahome. Can someone else raise a hand there for seconding or descending? Yeah, Comrade Mabatane.
Thanks very much, Comrade Deputy Chairperson. Ke le Mabatane Mathale, ke second the move of adoption of the report. Thanks.
No, thank you very much. Or is there any other input? I think, yeah, in the absence of hands, then comrades, we were supposed to go to the item of conference declaration, but the office of the secretary, Basa Itlisha. And now we are going to continue singing, and then thereafter, then we'll read the declaration. After declaration, then there will be an acceptance speech by the newly elected chairperson, and thereafter there will be an address by the Secretary General, Comrade Fikile Mbalula. Hembe amagerela obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha hembe amasocha hembe amagerela obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha hembe amasocha hembe amagerela obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha hembe amasocha hembe amagerela obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha akali aka Sekhukhune obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha akali aka obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha akali aka Sekhukhune obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha hembe amasocha hembe amagerela obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha hembe amasocha hembe amagerela obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha akali aka Sekhukhune obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha akali aka Sekhukhune obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha hembe amasocha hembe amagerela obanu yokala sasele hembe amasocha hembe amasocha hembe amagerela ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha yagali aka Sekhukhune ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha yagali aka Sekhukhune ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha
Dokotela party ya ANC agena kama
hembe yamasotsha yagali aka Sekhukhune ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha yagali aka Sekhukhune ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha hembe yamasotsha hembe yamagerela ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha hembe yamasotsha hembe yamagerela ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha yagali aka Sekhukhune ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha yagali aka Sekhukhune ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha hembe yamasotsha hembe yamagerela ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha yagali aka Sekhukhune ubani uyogala sasele hembe yamasotsha Amandla 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 awethu Amandla awethu Amandla awethu Amandla awethu Amandla Long live President Colin Maile long live Colin Malachi long live President Colin Malachi long live the Secretary General Comrade Fikile Balula long live the Secretary General 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 Fikile Balula long live Fikile Balula long live Fikile Balula long live Vuta long long live the Secretary General Fikile Balula long live the Secretary General Fikile Balula long Arpilele Fikile Balula Arpilele Fikile Balula
Aripilele Figile Balula Aripilele Aripilele Secretary General Aripilele Guarina Figile Balula Guarina Guarina Figile Balula Guarina Guarina Figile Balula Guarina Amantla Away 2. Thanks very much, comrades. Thanks very much, comrades. I'm not going to take time, but safe to say, Chair and Deputy Chair, allow me to acknowledge the presence of members of the National Executive Committee, Comrade Ndu Manana, Comrade Roberts, Comrade Dixon, the President of ANC Youth League, Comrade Colin, PEC members present here, and the Chair of the ANC Youth League in the province, the Provincial Secretary of the ANC, Pamsanda Bamatash. And the convener of deployees, Comrade Popi, and the deployees, and PEC deployees. And allow me, PS, to acknowledge my special guest, the Chair and the Secretary of Waterberg Region, Comrade Jack and Comrade Maor. Kirile batle ba bone organization. Yeah, but Waterberg kirile batle ba ithute organization. Well, kirile dula mo ba khotsi ba ka le ska bela tshwenya le tšee di notes. Ba bone organization. Comrades, we're not going to waste time. What we'll do, Comrade Tladi, we'll allow, before we usher in the Secretary General, we'll allow the President of the ANC Youth League, Comrade Colin Maile, Comrade Malachi, because ke gae mo akere. Ke mroka ke minano ko mo tle gae. Ke le kgolwa ke le karaba ke motho magweng. Jwale o tle gae a fo dumedisha conference. Re tle re fe Comrade Ndu I'm not sure if it's do or the PS to bring in the Secretary General. Yeah, it's the President Secretary. But allow me, comrade, to bring Nogo, Mroka, Tauto, Meshiva, Nabenushiva. Manja, 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 Inzi Malaysia, Inameva, Inzi Malaysia. Sizozabala, tambo tambo sizozabala, inzi Malaysia, inameva, iyashaba, tambo sizozabala. Tambo, tambo, sizozavalas. Manja. Manja. Viva the United Sekhukhune region, viva. Viva the United Sekhukhune region, viva. Manja. Uzoitola kanjani? Sekhukhuneni. Viva the ANC, viva! Viva the ANC, viva! Viva Limpopo province, viva! Viva Limpopo province, viva! Viva to unity, viva! Viva to unity, viva! Kalaboga, one lady. A new secretary, I'm told. former leader of the ANC Youth League. Re boe re dumedishe chairperson some from the box. Malobanyana mo ba act le moving. The branch is some act teacher wa le mo feel responsibility e kgolo ya gore a sware batho ba ga Sekhukhune. A ke re Sekhukhune se fella kwa lekwa. Jwale a o le chairperson ya Sekhukhune gora re chairperson ya Gauteng. O swere o tloa mo go fitla val. Wa lo ska na ga re matla ke a manyane ke a magolo matla. A o nyaka o ka no tima keita wa jaga Gauteng ela ka moka wa botsa comrade Madashi gore a shale ka tse go ya kwa. Wona wa tswa o swere o tipitsa chairperson of until lekwa. Re tamishe ke tapele mpsa ya ANC e kgethiweng mo ke a bona gona la ba mpsa gona la ba e pusheditseng re tamishe leadership ya Women's League ya le gona re tamishe leadership ya ANC Youth League ya province e swereng ke Comrade Faith, the first female chairperson of the ANC Youth League in Limpopo from Sekhukhune. Sekhukhune se swere man. Re tamishe baeng ba go tswa kwa Waterberg, former chairperson of the ANC Youth League le na gona mo rawa di kgeregere. Re kwa ba re wa tengapangapela kwa Peter Mokaba kwa. Re tla bona di tsamaiwang. Re tamishe le premier wa deployment ke African National Congress wa Limpopo. Re tamishe di NEC members Comrade Dixon Tau wa go tswa gana mo a Sekhukhune le ena, former chairperson ya ANC ya mo a Sekhukhune. Re kwele gore ba mo deployle kwa KZN kwa gora ile lokisha ntola ya mkhonto we sisu mkhonto we sisu ke akere mkhonto wa mala o la swa nnetolo. Re tamishe organizer ya rena Comrade Mduma nana re kwele ba re hlolele lena mo organizer ya robale a o nyaka di conference di dule no bija yena di tlo dula a fika fela o tlo conference e dutse. Re fetse ka go tamisha ba ke sa ba tamishang ke le tamishije di branch ke le tamishije la ba hlokwa go feta batho ba ka moka. Re tamishe former president ya ANC Youth League, former SG ya ANC Youth League, current SG ya African National Congress Comrade Vuta Mbalula. Ke na fela le President Nelson Mandela ile baba di president di SG ja Youth League le nna impaleji ke khonne fela go swara ya president mara bo SG yona aka khona o fitlhelela now ke na fela Nelson Mandela now na ya ka le go ba go tamisha ka go ba nna go sepeje na go shetseng ke a secretary general mara go bohlokwa gore ke le go potse gore mogahlo ba reng ke African National Congress aba waga ba hlakanela magoshi ka moka batho ba setšhaba be ba wagela gore o tle o lwele tlala o tle o ntshe batho ba bantsho tlaleng o ba fe freedom of movement in their own country. Now batho ba rena ba bola ke tlala mo South Africa e ra gore mmereko wa rena o so fele wa African National Congress. Now a re bona mo Sekhukhune le United ka mogo ra gore go tlie gore di commission di bile le nako ka bona ala ria di caucus ala ria selo be le ria mmereko gore ro lwa yuang le tlala ye e hlasetseng tšhaba sa borna sa mo Sekhukhune ka bona e gona ga le gore pleke go swala le ya Sekhukhune ya go ba le di mine tše ka mo Sekhukhune e batho ba gona bola ke tlala go ra gore di mine tše di berekela batho ba ba sa tšwe mo Sekhukhune na ke phoso e kgolo yewe chairperson le secretary ko se ba ilukisha ka pelana le regional executive committee ka bane a e kgonagale gore batho ba go dula ka gare ga bohumbo bo ka ba mo Sekhukhune ba bola ke tlala ma comrade a felletša go lla ka moka ba ma councilora a felletša go lla ka moka ba maspaling ka bane is the only place where they can go while there is mines here that belongs to them. Now ra gore conference a itšwa ka mokgo re re ka moka ga yona ko se kuše gore ntwa e ya economic freedom e bohlokwa and ko se re ka pela re le united ka gobane a re ka se lokiše ntwa ya borotho re ka ba le problem ya gore setšhaba sa rena se ka se voutele African National Congress ka gobane ba tla ba swere ke tlala batho ba rena ba voutela ANC ka gobane bana mebereko ka gobane ba ka ntle ga economy ya bona ya South Africa. Economy e ba re bona e sa swere ke ba le ba le bona ba le ba itšereng ka kgatalelo e sa le bona batho ba le ba swere economy ba re a 31 years later a go change ka pelana ANC a restructure economy e gone benefit a majority of South Africans which are black in majority ba re ka mogho ba re ANC a re tlogele mofiega a re eng kwa pele kwa re tšee se re tshepišeng setšhaba gore ka ba reela sona a re tšea maatla ka 1994 gore ka ba ntšha tlaleng re ba iše bophelong ba kanana mo ka se be le tlala mo ka se be le division mo motho o mollo mongwe o tlo phela a be le right ya go participate ka ra economy ya country ya rena ba re ba kgopetše seo fela go rena ba re a re ka lokiša tšewe ba ka re bušiša back to 80% or re ka swana le mo Limpopo mo ra dula ka magara 74%. Ba re kwetse bohloko mo Limpopo ba re bja ka ra 74% a re ska itša for granted. Let's act urgently ba ba deployiweng mebušong gore ba re service delivery a re mmereko wa rena a re ska robala mmerekong ka ba nako wa e gona a re ka robala mmerekong 2026 African National Congress ba tlo matleng totally in all corners of the country and mokgatlo wa African National Congress a ba ka go ntšha matleng gona gore batho ba rena ba tlo sokola go feta ka gobane mekgatlo ya ditsotsi e tlo tšea maatla la re bona kwa Gauteng le mo South Africa SG wa rena bile o latetše go tla mo conferenceng ka bane ba dutše moketeng le ditsotsi a ba rapela gore ba se ka re ntšha mmušong ga ba sena majority o rapela le ditsotsi re se ka go ntšha mmušong o makala o dutše le Verwoerd le Helen Zille le shera maatla dilo tša mohuto di diragala ge batho ba rena ba thomile lose confidence on the African National Congress. Now it's only leaders of the ANC who have a responsibility to restore the confidence and the integrity of the ANC as the only solution in the organization that can liberate our people and take them to the country and the land that we promised them of the National Democratic Society. A re ba tshepišitše a re yeng gore re implementeng ka pelana nako a e gona go postpone le di red tape a re di tlošeng di mayora botšang di city manager tša lena di tlošang di red tape a re sena ka di procedure e fo nyakega metsi tsenyang metsi e fo nyakega ditsela tsenyang ditsela nako e la go negotiate e fedile budget e la kwa national a e tle mo local government ka gobane mathata a mantši a mo local government gore a re resolve because local government ke yona e dealang ka service delivery ba le ba national mmereko bone go dira oversight structure sa budgeting ka mokgwa se be yong ka gona sustainable gore the lowest budgeted is local government but the highest budgeted is national government when service delivery is done at local government. I did sense in Tom Hudo. Yola wa Minister of Finance, Yola Murumiling Artenjem Matating. Razamara Kalusha Matata, Moka Moka, Bill Felix Manchu. Ralukisha budget day. It reflects local government. A Kisaga Zamayorka Moswarela. Agas Holoraga Mohor, go alabo Tata or Remel Mosopala Twarelo, Rosariamolat, NCI Riamolato, NC ran vet increase. E ran NC vet increase. E ran before DA, before anybody else. Wale Ramatate Mara, Kavan Ramokha, the solution. Re dintsha mathata re le ka mara yona go na le mekgatlo e mengwe tša victory gore ke bona ba e ganneng se bona e le African National Congress and its own organizations. That's why yourselves here you need to communicate messages of the ANC batho ba ANC ba kgetha gore ba share poster tša EFF than ba share message ya ANC. Everywhere. If all members of the ANC can repost communication of the ANC, will be trending every day more than any other political party. Mala khetha le share Julia sa roga ANC, mara ANC a hlaloša a le share. Ke re thobela.
No, thanks very much, Comrade Colin. Allow me, comrades, without much ado, to invite the Provincial Secretary, Bomsanda Bomatahaj.
Amandla, long live the ANC, long live. Forward with the ANC, forward. Viva South African Communist Party, viva. Viva COSATU, viva. Viva Sanko, viva. Long live Secretary General, long live. Amandla. Thank you very much. RS, let me take this opportunity and also greet the leadership of the NEC and the leadership of the province, and also PEC deployees to this region. Let me also pass my greetings to the leadership of the Waterberg region, the regional chair, Comrade Dragon, Jack Maeko, and the RS, Comrade Maoro. Let me also pass my greetings to the newly elected leadership of the Sekhukhune region, led by Comrade Maina and the RS, Comrade Mwatu. And let me also greet you once more, comrades, the delegates of this region who also elected the additionals to the REC officials, unopposed, 20 of them. My task is very simple. My task is not to introduce the Secretary General of the ANC, is to present to you the Secretary General of the ANC. All of us, majority of us who are here, we were well led in the Youth League by Comrade Mbalula, when he was the Secretary General, also when he was the President of the Youth League. He ran the Department of Sports exceptionally well. He was the Minister of Transport. Recently in 2022, myself and yourself, we were delegates to the conference at Nasser, the 55th National Conference. We elected him to lead us as the Secretary General of our movement. Comrade SG, I want to tell you that Sekhukhune region is one of the most stable region in the province of Limpopo. And it does not need me and you to speak. Their actions tells you that they are the most stable regions. Even processes leading towards their conference. There was no time where we called them to regional office. I can tell you, Comrade SG, all the 3 remaining regions, we have called all their RTTs to France Mutala because there were issues that were not being well handled, which has to do with the management of branch general meetings. But I can tell you that even when you look at the trending videos of people who are fighting inside the BGMs, you will not find a trending video of a branch in Sekhukhune region. Comrade SG, I want to present to you to the well-behaving, well-disciplined delegates of Sekhukhune region to come and deliver the closing address of the conference.
Tsipa. Au Satu. Amandla. Viva Sekhukhune region, viva. Kiribata bata. Kiribata. Kia marumo. Marumo. Kia marumo. Asicha. I just wanted to remind you. Ore kia marumo kiribata bata. Peter Mukaba was influenced by Sekhukhune, in particular an area called Moutse, which was resisting incorporation. And then Moutse defeated and succeeded and won. That was the most militant area when it came to force removals in our country. Comrade Provincial Secretary Madaje, Ruben Madaje. Thank you very much. Comrade Premier, Comrade Mdumanana, the NEC member of the ANC and head of organizing, comrades, members of the ANC National Executive Committee, members of the Provincial Executive Committee present here today. Comrade President of the ANC Youth League, Comrade Colin Malachi, who come from this region. Kimuneile lifti. Kareno, whatever Colin. Ntuyabu President ya Youth League butlo fela. Uboya kwa bufedile kwa Sekhukhune. So irikuzame bautsibe batu ba Sekhukhune. You are from there. So thank you, Comrade President. Comrades of other regions, Waterberg region, the chairperson and secretary of the ANC in Waterberg. It's good when regions work together and when they visit each other to learn and also to take this experience to other regions. And I suppose even yourself, you'll go to Waterberg and learn. In that way, we become a very strong African National Congress. Comrades of the Youth League in the region of Sekhukhune, comrades of the Women's League in the region of Sekhukhune, comrades of the Tripartite Alliance present here, past leaders of the ANC in this region, the newly elected regional chairperson, but not very new, and then the newly elected regional secretary, and the entire regional executive committee. Comrades, we are pleased that I heard that the provincial chairperson was here and he left me a message that he has left. Okay, I forgot Comrade Dixon Masemula. Utswana li furniture namani kawa kwa moaim. So Comrade Dixon is one of the comrades you must be proud of coming from this region. Comrade Dixon, we gave him a difficult task to deputize another man from another party. So Utsurimere wima namani, but Wailwa is a member of the NEC, is also a deputy chairperson of the subcommittee on local government interventions. So alaisaba to fela kwa national reba file maemo reba file mushumo reba file mereko, because this province of Limpopo is very important
to the ANC. That's why you've got many ministers and deputies coming from Limpopo. As a favor to give reflection. It's a reflection of the importance of this province in the affairs of our country and the ANC in particular. You have a first woman president, first Evan president. What's about otherwise? You have the first woman premier in this province, Popi Ramatu. Watinta bafazi, watinti mbogoto, uzagu fa finish and clear. Comrades, we are pleased that the regional conference discharged its duty and delegates participated in commissions. I must start by congratulating the newly elected members of the Regional Executive Committee on their election. We are pleased that the regional conference discharged its duties and delegates participated in commissions whose outcomes will accelerate organizational renewal and rebuilding. Our primary task, comrades, is to ensure that we rebuild our structures from the ground and have activist branches that are an integral part of our communities. Rinyaka mabranche ma comrade. Ising mabranche that exist for the conference. Rinyaka mabranche that interact with communities. They say a branch of the ANC is a microcosm of the life of that ward where it exists. Iluna linelang nang kabuphilo limoya lijala moya wa ANC in the communities where we live. If people want to know about the ANC, they know through the branches of the African National Congress. We are pleased, comrades, to note that this region, Sekhukhune, is a symbol of unity and cohesion. This, comrades, is the first regional conference to take place in record time without any delays. As a region, you manage the nomination process through PGMs and BPGMs in an exemplary manner. We have not received any reports of confrontations or fights over the period from the region of Sekhukhune. And I want to say this, comrades, to you so that you understand properly. We are in a process of renewal. Should your branch be found to have undermined processes of the organization going forward, we are going to include in the guidelines that such a branch must be nullified to participate in the processes of the ANC. Ufitla kwako branching bare secretary utshabile ka register. A tshwarege le ka di QR code unyametse. Ka ba ufitlile mo la bona hore ye yona ke tlo betiwa mo. A tsamaya yo le re mo file maemo ya ka constitution secretary. Or no una le maemo a itse. So if the secretary does that and the branch doesn't sit, we will deal with the secretary and allow the branch to proceed. And that is what we are going to do. But equally, we will reserve, which is what we are fine-tuning, nullifying the branch status. But at the same time, we must be aware that we must not blame a branch for an individual conduct. That is what we must do. And these are the things that we are looking at in terms of perfecting the ANC going forward. We are equally pleased, comrades, to note the sound relations between the region and the province. This should be a norm rather than an exception. Over the next 3 weeks, other regions will be holding their regional conferences in Limpopo, and we urge them to learn from Sekhukhune how the process should be managed to safeguard the unity and cohesion of the organization. And I'm told, comrades, that the leadership was elected unopposed, which is very good. We must not contest for the sake of contesting. It does not mean that to contest in the ANC for positions it's undemocratic or uncalled for. But we must not contest because it's one contest. It's not gonna work for me. You contest because a faction says you must contest. Babamba ya di court. You are the court mo kutwa uti ifitile maraya di asilo. Kauba conference yona iduti. Because se court ni sinyaka rifile. Mari roi challenge a decision yele. Go court. Because that decision ayatwana ritluel. Twana rilukisi. Mari ntweba na ba inyaka ribafile. Yale ke ka mo conference e dutse ka semolao. A ithibe ntwe ke koyoko e boima. Comrades, mo ANC mo how ya ko court utsamatsila wrong upameti utsamatsila wrong because the court adidlu build the ANC. You must win your issues inside the structures of the organization. Even if in this conference you didn't win them, there will be another conference. Tsamaya uye ko makaleng, uye ko di branching, wo berekela lekgotla, berekele ANC. This is not the last, it will not be the first, it will not be the last conference. We must work for the organization. Even the leadership that has been elected unanimously has got more responsibility to unite the region more than anyone else who would have been elected out of contest. Awukhetilwe usa contestiwa. You've got magnanimity in English. Utshwantse berekele ukopanya lekgotla. Even le bao ba ne ba sa believe ko wena ba believe. Go ahead, unite them. They are not orphans. Le rona khale re ya di conferenceng re ya mo re ikemiseditse rena na re lo wina re betiwa and then be re bua ke rona ba re salte. Yes. We didn't go to courts. Re betiwe failed. Wa bona ekisa ile ba linki ya mangaung ya kwete mantashe lizuma. Yeah. Nebeki ema conferencing you. Kile ka betiwa ka tswa le mo di additional member. Itse a ke emisa tlho the following day ki sheba TV o balwa mabitso la ka ne lisiko. Ka tswa ke se member ya NEC. Ka bua ka co-option. Wa betiwa mo ANC. Mo wabetiwa marakapaka sailin saka kabuela branching hagi fitla branching kadula wa metsi ya sa tshwane a safe okay agi gile poison ki gile Sekhukhune. So comrades, I'm trying to say, we too, even in that conference, we thought we can win. There's a friend of mine and a comrade of mine, his name was Songes. I'm giving you an example. Karko Songes ar kena mo conference karimchana ising retreat mo. Ka ba batho ba ke ba bona ba tlile ampe a ke bone re tlo win. I don't know mchana, we must be principled. Kare principle. He principle ya ke tsebe tlo re be ya kae mo ka ba re abetiwa. Karamchana, kaba kwena tshwereng di ground forces a go di bitse re di bone a di atlatsa le hall ko re no kgona ba bala ska dinku 1 2 3 ka nako e conference ka moka e kopa ka bona re mo re bethuwe kare Songes, are you aware we are just standing for the sake of it? Are ya no principle, we must stand. Kare ring principle. I don't know, we want change. Oh, I wear change your thing and all of that. Markabona or kamo are kamo kare muno unkenya tibi. I mean, I'm just doing this thing. We went, our names were called, we stood, we were on the ballot, we lost. I think we garnered less than 1,000 votes, Boma 900, to a conference of about 4,000. So that was a bloodbath. So arfetsa uluza mo Songezo arikona ya uibambile karipi. And then additionally voter. After arfetsa voter was when people have lost the conference, they leave. And then in the middle, Babang bai. Would you know there was a problem kapalot? Kimo gitswileng temo. Kawa baka baba bethueng batho ba ile. Ho setse di victors fela. Ba leng ready ho thoma fatshe. Ha o lose conference, motho wa voter ba tsamaya. A sa khathala le di commission and everything. So comrades, those things do happen, but you don't take it to heart as much as you feel bad. But the ANC is like that. You can be contesting for principle or for whatever, but at the end of the day, when a leadership is elected, you put your weight behind the elected leadership, and then you accept the outcome. Uskabam emella ko thuko kwa, and then start to run a riot. I'm saying so because we are running a foundation course, and some of the things that we talk about, we don't mean them. When you have lost, you must put your weight behind an elected leadership. Wait for that person to lose. I'm talking from experience. So you can only talk about such a thing to a person who have gone through that experience. So liwe betiwa pili mo conference mo reward. Address or when you have lost, you will put your weight behind the elected leadership. Now I did it. When I lost to Gwedemantash, Lizumantash, Gomangaung, I put my weight behind them after I've lost. And Gwedemantash, Ankuka and deploy. I don't know, you must work. You must. To and is a pulling mosh. You see, in mosh is this part in your body. So he said, I'll break you this part. So, but Mantash, when he was elected and I contested him, he never pushed me out. He embraced me. And then he brought me back. He gave me tasks. Much to the dislike of those who have won. Ampusa, Mantashe, and supporter, Ba bang ba ne ba bona opportunity ore ai re mo krele mo ne re mo nyaka teng. Kweda re yekeng letwana maibuye. Ampusa mo ANC mara ampethile ko conference. But in an ANC, that's how things must happen. And that is the new normal in the renewal. The foundation course we are implementing, which you have undergone and you must continue to undergo that course, will teach you these values of the ANC in terms of building organization. That this organization does not belong to us. We have a privilege to serve. It's not a right. It's a privilege. Ke monyetla. It can be taken away from you, or it can be with you. And that's what it is all about. And that is the value of the ANC, to value your comrade. And that is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that those who have won the conference have got every reason to embrace those who are not with you. Khalima Mutlante says the ANC only reject the incorrigible. Wawana wo barinkin nang ya basadi, not even ya banna. Upadile, agaslula loka. There are people who thrive out of disunity because they benefit. If Rutwana, they will never emerge. Because they always want to emerge kadi faction. Hadili siko, they will never emerge. This province, Limpopo, Skabala is saying, you coming from far, Bomarumo Fasi, Bomako. It has come a long way to be where it is. It wanted disbandment. Luna, alia wana reconfiguration, liboni disbandment. Ubuwaka di reconfiguration, ali itivi, Luna letwa disbandi as a province. And today, Madaji and his team of the province, despite turbulences there and there, you can be proud this Limpopo we can rely on is a solid province of the African National Congress. Nkabeli winne kwa o conferencing, maybe Brastene li chairman, kali lobina mabubezi kwa la betu. So because the margins were very Nedilika, Lidibod, Nebelike, you are Liluna, Balikanela, but Bahaute, Balikinya Moya, La Tomalivina, Mabubezi, yay, Limpopo, Sagazega. But you came from that conference, you are still united, you delivered victory for the African National Congress. You must understand, as much as you dropped amidst a number of challenges. That election was difficult, but you emerged. You emerged victorious. Everywhere we dropped. Yes, we dropped, but Limpopo are tankimu. We are governing here. Arena coalition mo Limpopo. Rebetile rabeta li overall tse khubedu tsa tswa ka first. And comrades, it has proven and attested to the correctness of saying Limpopo is the home of the African National Congress. And Sekhukhune more are negotiating. ANC is very strong here. And that is what we must understand. Comrades, here in Limpopo, as much as you dropped, you worked very hard to be above 50%. You know what we're faced with coming into this election? Load shedding. Motagas. That's one. Two, metsi. It's easy, mos, for your opponents when they come to campaign. Bafika ba le bolella fela hore le a bona le load shedding. Batho ba rona bana motlakase. And then they win. Bafika ba le bolella hore a hona metsi. An ANC branch leader, ward councillor doesn't have answers. But abana metsi, you don't have answers. Lau kaba petla buka ya di buka. Fact of the matter is that you are in charge, you are a government. Here comes somebody who says he can do better than you. Which person are the people going to follow? Is this one otlanka ka beke ya Father Christmas? Who is going to resolve things? Comrades, the person who doesn't understand an ANC volunteer who goes to door, some of them not eating, convincing people to vote for the ANC. Ukena mo matlong li before ukena batho ba tshela metsi a ditšhile. Ba re ke busy hampe wa tseba today. Wa bona, ha ke kgathetse ke my ANC. That volunteer does not retreat. Are mama. Are ke khathetse ke lona. Motho o kreya modende o. Despite ura krey motlakase. Modende. Everything. O tshwantse umncenge umontshe hore this is the right thing to do. The difficulties you own up to. You don't run away with the first act outside ka metsi ya ditšhile. A volunteer will go around that water and I am a mole and talk. When we come as leaders, matlo mangre wa jampa, utle ba ulela SGA re feditse. Amole ke batho ba ANC. That's ANC volunteer. Knows the place kamolikam. A life, I will write a book of an ANC volunteer. Being in power, what it means. It's resilience, it's determination. But babambara luka ka vote ar thoma o ikreya, re ba entse ma councillor le di mayor ba no raloka ka yona because they don't know where it comes from. You look at that comrade in the last election, he's still standing. Aberek. He convinces people to vote for the ANC but is unemployed. But that comrade doesn't cross. Standing, solid, goes and mobilize others every election to vote for the movement. You must never undermine an ANC volunteer because those people are doing a thankless job. And I'm watching you here, one by one. You are the ANC volunteers. And that is the work we must understand when we refresh. Where does that work come from? Comrades, time now to be asking questions and lack of clarity about governance at local government are over. No pala of the region and your REC, the center must hold. Madaji, provincial secretary, the center must hold. You cannot have a municipality that produces qualified and unqualified reports, successive, matters of emphasis, same, without change. And it produces the reports. You know, qualified and unqualified means you are not managing the finances of the municipality properly. That's what it means. Awatwara manyani amaspala butse. Yale kimang aranang di chelete mo. Rena le di CFO, rena le di CEO, rena le di municipal manager. Rena le di mayor. Di mayor tsa rona ba bang ba re phoqa. Aba di mmere go re ba romileng gore ba o die. And I can't say what la because banole shumetsa ing and so on. So that time is over. Arishaba Maspala, refitla re tika di box. Runa, we must assist Bopo Pico government, local government, Libo Dixon, as ANC, we do the right thing to support our deployees in government. One which is this. Ritwanetse RC, Arivita bo Maspala mo, Sekhukhune. Ributse Troika ore. What is the problem? Why are we unable to overcome this matter and produce unqualified reports? Those are the questions the ANC must answer. And must not answer to everybody, must ask Chief Whip, Babutse, municipal manager, speaker, and mayor. What is the problem here? And if there is no movement, movement. If there is no movement there, and there is no proper accountability, we must use the barometer to measure the success of the municipality. Maspala ukrea, Maspala sina chelete. But even if Maspala ana chelete, why produce this unqualified and qualified reports? Reno yira batho re ba kenye diposong o sena chelete ya o ba patala. Over and above that. But expenditure are monitor. And number two is encroachment. Only secretary ya region. Yes, you oversee Maspala, but you don't micromanage and decide to do the officing or to hirue man kanakoma. Secretary General in the grilling credit. So I give it to the minister go to the house kibabulela or yira mamamo leadership fedit. Or this must not happen. Kibabita mole kibabita kifitekiri tamali to account. Why? What is the program ya made in the country? Why are we unable to deliver this, Minister? Out of a program, Sputla, Mutakas, ESCOM, what's happening? Arinyaku kinyama kwa ESCOM moditiling. Recrea rana ESCOM and everything else. That is micromanagement. Because we've delegated and deployed people to do that work. And we must hold them accountable. That example, I want to bring it to you at the level of municipalities. It cannot be, comrades, where we govern. Repalwa producer the report, Odimas Pali, that enable us to make the ANC look better. Especially in a province like Limpopo, where we are almost 100% in charge. So it means in our local government, we must do things properly. And the center must hold. The regional executive committee must do its work. We must be able as the ANC to monitor all our deployees. Utoma kali councilor, ulofelela ka mayor. In the executive, we must know our councillors in the wards, what are they doing? In every region and every municipality, community meeting once or twice in that particular ward. Whether there are problems or no problems, here at the regional office, at the provincial office, national, we must know that our councillors are in touch with the masses. Not only when there is a problem, all round. That's what is important. And then that justifies where our councillors are working and we support them. And that's what is important. If we don't do that, If we don't do that, comrades, then everything is on autopilot. It's on its own. The ANC is not in charge. The ANC is not directing the program of social transformation implementation on the ground. That's how we are going to defend, consolidate, and win in the renewal process. That's what we are going to do. And yeah, we know that there's a lot of our councillors that are doing a marvelous job, good work at the areas of their deployment. Others are really failing the movement. Wabona muthu no beiwa mo posong o lo re no re mo tloetse just because a ke tsebe why. Gore muthu ke untouchable. Comrades, in the ANC there must be no untouchables. Re tshwantse re touch anything. Re a touch. We touch you. And people must account. They must account. District, everybody must account. And there must be measures. Utshwantse Kennedy report to regional office. Not worry, we want to keep people, but there must be reports where comrades who are doing work. And then the comrades who are deployed as well, they must be in a position to say, these are the challenges we are facing, we need support. You know that national comrades were putting a lot of pressure. Now we have prioritized the water and sanitation program to be permanent on the agenda of the NWC and the NEC. Monday, it's a holiday, we have an NWC and officials meeting. And on the agenda, we have a report on water and sanitation from the Minister of Water. Pemili matlo, but no feta na mo, rinyaga report. Ntwe ya metsi resolve ajwa. Because from where we are seated as the ANC, water scarcity is a problem. Water distribution is important for our communities. Premium can do everything, but if we don't have water on the ground, how will we motivate people to come and vote and see the service delivery of the African National Congress? They wouldn't. So we've got to support them. And that's what must happen also at local government level. So comrades, I am saying that it is important that we need to support all our deployees. At the same time, we need to make it a point that we succeed as the African National Congress wherever we have deployed our councillors, our mayors, and everywhere. There must be clear lines of communication and engagement. And that is what is important for us. Comrades, I move towards conclusion. It is important to understand the moment we are in, that the ANC is a party, 40% party. And we characterize that as a setback. We recreate 40%. And that we did not win outright majority. It means, as the ANC, we must be in a position to appreciate the moment. Comrades, I'm happy to arrive at a region like Sekhukhune, which produce results election after election, decisively. And yet this region has never ever, Comrade Secretary, made any sort of demands. It's just loyal to the African National Congress. Sekhukhune mo wa berekwa mo. More ANC comrades stand up and deliver victory for the African National Congress. Even before I was SG, IG land. It happens like that. So, comrades, the moment we need to appreciate, others don't. We are no longer a party with a majority. You know, I arrive here. I'm from a meeting with the DA. And then yesterday, VAT increase was cut. As I'm seated there on my phone, I'm exchanging notes with the minister about the process and the chief whip in parliament and all of that. We've never been in that situation before. Ne re fitla fela ko parlamenteng re na le majority, budget gone. So this is what I call uncharted waters. But ba bang, they don't appreciate. Banana or re sa tshwere. Yeah, lona mo Limpopo le tshwere. Ba bang ba kupa kwa. Ene batho ba o re tshwenya mo ANC ki ba o loser di power. Ba tshwenya kuri o ka banana or ba tshwere. Bad tendencies in the organization, you will get them from where the ANC have lost. Ikena mo bari ko KwaZulu Natal erigwala conferencing ya youth league wa lwe wa ke yetsa Colin ke rudutse monate mo batho ba youth league ko Natal ko erigwala ba re fa lebitso le lebe ene ko Natal re kreile 17%. Ke tswa Northern Cape maobane. Re tla o tshwarela mogalabe a we understand into tshwereng o boimanyana motho moholo. Ke tswa Northern Cape maobane. Zamani mole le collective ya ba wina di woti bile ba wina di woti tse ba di lositseng le ko DA. They bring them back go ANC. They show the determination to come back. They are focused. Abanama balwa ma comrade ko Northern Cape 49%. Abana government of national unity, but they could not go above. But they are fighting back. And I was telling them that, comrades, it is activities like these that make us to believe that we will come back above 50% as the African National Congress. It is activities like this in this conference where comrades come, they finish the conference, they elect leadership, they discuss in commissions, they give us a good reputation as an ANC. We are a renewing movement. Akiata mo conference mo batho ba fosane ka ditulo. Ba bang ba robetse ko dispetlele. Proper conference ya ANC. O fitla ko conference ha iso thomi le kana kotse. A isale ba lwa ka di credentials order chair. Order chair. Conference ya si hawe. Ufosana ka ditulo. I'm in Sekhukhune. I'm telling a story to ANC branches alongside every ward, every province. Come to Sekhukhune and see the ANC alive. Comrades, you appreciate the moment. What you do here in Sekhukhune that is negative will affect the ANC, the whole country. Because why? The country and the world is interconnected through digital platforms. So CDMOs Sekhukhune libitso la ANC sire affecta kamuka. Tswana kana le monno mongwa ko Northwest a jaiva ikare ke le pantiti mole a beile tšhelete mo di matafole a pere t-shirt ya ANC re meile ko strateng. We don't have to wait. That person is bringing the name of the ANC into disrepute. Anyone who brings the ANC into disrepute, comrades, we must act unashamedly and decisively against them. Because they are delaying the program of renewal. We can't agree to that. You know, comrades, we say to people, into leadership discuss. We must first win elections. 2026. Re tla e bula ntho eo re le nyaka mang. Sirilikiwa o re etella pele botse. Botse monate matamela o re tshwere botse man. Wa utlwa? Monna wa bereka o. Ki fitlhile kwa ke le SG. Ki bereka monate le president. O ntshwere botse le nna ke mo tshwere botse re o monate. Re leader ANC mo mathateng. Cyril, there's no president of the ANC who has confronted the difficulties that Ramaphosa confronted. Ayo. Uteng president wa ANC akila kopana le COVID. Uteng. Ayo. Re tswa kwa batho bana mebereko. Abana mibereko batho bana ba kweletswe mo re krintse sfonyo mo le ko di rural area. Sfonyo ke ntse sfonyo mo ya kwa le dumela le ditsotsi tsa ba tsa kreya mmereko tsa kenya sfonyo. Motho o sa nyaka o ra o bona o kenya sfonyo re entate ke COVID lo utswa. Batho ba bereki ya ba le buwa mo popi ki ba o le busy mo. Nebe ke tlhalosana le gore batho ba di taxi o kena batho ba 5 ba salwe batho ba di taxi ke re ntate o kena batho ba 5 mo taxi ngare mbalula o nga yenzi lonto ba nyaka chelete ra tswa mo ra kena mo di riots o lwanelwa monna o sa batleng o bitsa ka lebitso mo o lwanela ntate o mongwe ba senya economy and all of that by sing. Resalwansa state capture kam zondo. Di chelete di tsamaile. Mpotse ke mang o kileng a kopana le mathata. And then le nana re mathata a tla lokiswa overnight. Re bereka no. Re bereka, we are focused on the job. Re bolella batho ba ANC lona ma comrade. We say comrades, leadership issues will be opened. Are fitem. Rilwe ribuwe. Babatla delay. Banyaka rtwele everything that we are doing and focus who's going to be a leader. We must change our language and say that our hope is on the ANC. Reaching hope ikombalula. Abana la ke le mo ke tlo kwa la conference ya lona monate le itshwere pila mo bile ke tlile ka helicopter because swantse ke boele morao tonight ke addressa di lawyer ra ko Pitoli ke tswa kopana le zile mo isala ntshwere mo udimo le pele wa utlwa dilo tseo kuri mmere wa rona re tshwere ke bo zile ke mo ye re tshwere ke bo Helen Sile Mukhekulo mungwa. So, are tswa mo re ya mmereko. Yo le colony tswantsa tsamaya Northwest. Una le conference ya youth league mo ke mo buditse re batho ba ka bethana ka ditulo ke ya kena mo. Yo le re fitla mo o monate conference mo nati mo ya ANC. Re fitla mo ba re hey wa mona ka mokgwa itukisitseng ka teng balula ka modimo bo president wa bonyaka yo ibile o tlila apere Lesotho Evan a be le nyaka mashatile be president ya ANC a succeed Ramaphosa nako ya o re tlotle ntwe ya tla akere hey auna motho a tlo kwallwang ka mothuko tloela ngwetsa mekete ya dikatse mo re busy mo re lwanela o bua nna comrades I am saying this which is my personal view. If we lose it local government, what will be the justification ya hore rona re dule re leader ANC ka ba re tla be re paletswe re tshwantse re fe ba bana ba leader re ba khalala a ke le tshware ntwe re paletse. Maybe Luna, you've got new ideas or not clothes. Renali local government election next year. My comrade are busy. Wabona no, you have come to a nice conference. Irifali bitso le monate le zamani le baba. That's what we want. Urimango leader ANC is an easy job. You know, our divide about to buy ANC, drag them into the leadership ya succession. Tlabotlan totse snacks mo bo VW 2027. Wabon bo mamang ML 2027. The campaign di tlabe di qhoma. Usa di tsebe. In no time our energy is gone. Comrades, into our leadership into our runarta resolve. We'll solve it. It's not a problem. Let's not allow anyone to divert us from this task of coming back from this setback. The ANC must come back from 40% and be above 50%, and it is going to do so with our membership. We must rebuild, we must renew our organization. And I need to and to our organization. Kamu kalinyaka ubulele. Uno something somewhere. But what TV yes, of course, we have an opinion about this. Evan, awe menyan. Agui tute fela re tla utlwa bom palula baringwa. Akere le kgethi. Bom palula. Le emele bom palula or bari. Ha ke bolela mo, ha ke bolele ditaba tsa ka, ke bolela ditaba tsa lekgotla. Ke romilwe ke lekgotla. Re atla le mo lona mo di regioning re tlo le briefa botse. Le ka dilo tse re di diamo re a udimo le fatshe ka di VAT and all of that. Mara ke nyaka o le bolela hore VAT yona re scrapile. And baskaba le botsama ka ba re scrapilwe ke DA or ke bo mamang. Scrapilwe ke ANC. If ANC did not agree, it wouldn't have happened. You know, in this country, Aribuaka uncharted waters. Never tsamaisa, agri treasury is above. Arrani treasury. They normally come, but vita barbulela budget, it's a makamu. Agir. You are the babu wabatagoro, never fita barbuta, hey. Budget na libutata, our spending is high. My revenue yaruna or twanar tsamai. You are the wild one to MMO. Kia feta you are. Wabona or kitabile ampi kare kikereke nya sioni kikenetu ki moya. Hey. Wabon because revenzer tsamar lukisa but mo monati mo Sekhukhune bilaning nenkabe ke sa address Pretoria nkabe ke robala mo. Ke ke dule le makhomo mo be monati ke bone RC chairperson ang host mo be monati. Yale comrade re tshwere ke mabaka ke batla o tlhalosa ye ya VAT e thomile ka 2%. Ba re no arena chelete tla tswa kae o re lokise bothata bo ba VAT. Ra bona ka nnete o re chelete a eo re tswana re kenye VAT ra be re if re introduce a 0.5%, it means the essentials dilo tsa botlhokwa for batho ba rona bobe maize meal dilo tseo kaofela o ka di mention mash lebese they must be zero rated. It means adina VAT dilo tsa botlhokwa wa bona a o reka ice cream o tshoro na le chelete wa khona ifake VAT. Moto rekang ice cream ki moto ya monate man. I won't sacrifice bohobe be kilo reka ice cream because I will go for this because to me that's what is important. Number lulanka afford the ice cream because I can afford it. Rare zero rated yes kaya berek. Minister said 30 days. Tamayang leo sheba linna ki shebe or what can we do? Wa opola rilera postpone a budget. And then Rabua after that 30 days our minister Rakorona I will do away with VAT because ki kreile chelete re tla e kreya through South African Revenue Service ka o collect. Raberiri scrap. Yole ba mathile ba ile ko di court. Mokiti wo re lukisa re di hutsi mo ha o nya ke di court. Because bana ba ya court because ba batla mental wa ba wina. Ba ile ko court. Basali ko koti tse abali ko koti raradi ba ye bere ba busy mo re lokisa mokete wa rona re scrapile VAT. As we speak now, processes are undertaken in the legislature parliamenting to restart the process, which will introduce the new fiscal arrangement without value-added tax. That's what is going to happen. So, comrades, as the leadership in your different regions. So, with that, so what I'm saying is that we must appreciate the moment, and the comrades here in Sekhukhune and other regions in the province have appreciated and have shown the appreciation of understanding the moment we are in. We are not in power, comrades. We have nearly lost power. And the moment we are in terms of our conduct and everything that we do, seeks to enhance our coming back as the African National Congress. Your regional conference has been good. Let's embark on the foundational course. Let's ensure that as part of that foundational course, the renewal program of the ANC is intensified. Ke a leboha ma comrade. We will come back and engage with you, and I wish you all the best as the Regional Executive Committee. I wish you all the best as you go back to the structures. The program to rebuild the ANC in this province and this region has begun, and we must intensify that program. Work for the ANC and not work for the individuals. Berekelang ANC ma comrades kala berekelang bat. Agrin twele ka monte control agin na sonkanaga yemisa another 30 minutes. Yeah, nonkanaga yemisa. So comrades, I want to thank you very much. We went to Northern Cape. We're coming back. We finalized the issue of VAT. Tonight we're going to be talking to the lawyers, Robua jurisprudence. Robua Mulau. Tonight, Lina Dan. But comrades, you must know that the leadership of Ramaphosa has got faith in you. And you must know that President Ramaphosa is leading a well-oiled machinery. You must never allow anybody to come inside you and divide you. You must remain united and united, working for the African National Congress and guarantee the ANC back into victory in the 2026 elections and beyond. ANC leaves, ANC leads. Amandla! Awethu! Uzoyithola kanjani? Uhlele khoneni. Forward with Sekhukhune, forward! Forward with Limpopo, forward! Pata Ramaphosa, pata! Kokela Stan Matavata, kokela! Kokela Ruben Madazi, kokela! Pata ANC Limpopo, pata! Amandla! Awethu! Forward with the foundation cause, forward! Mata! Matimba!
Tambo Sinamule. Comrades, don't go out because we are going to read. There is an item for declaration and the item for the closing by the chairperson again. So don't go away. Amanda, yeah, take your seats, and then I think in 15-20 minutes, then the and the conference will be finished. Just be patient, please. Amanda, away, two. Amanda, away, two. Yeah, comrades, then we are on item of conference declaration, and then the item is going to be rendered by the regional secretary. Can we have a hot revolutionary song as we usher him to the podium?
Amanda, no, thanks very much, conference. The African National Congress Sekhukhune Region Declaration for the 9th Regional Conference held here at Wiketlong from the 24th and the 25th of April 2025. In the true historic tradition of the ANC and the entire mass democratic movement, the declaration are adopted to reflect the high-level summation of the conference deliberation. Consonant with the tradition, this declaration captures the broad strategic summary and thrust of the conference. We committed members of the ANC representing all sectors of our Sekhukhune population, which makes up over 1.3 million people across the region in Elias Mtwaledi, Ephraim Gale, Fetahom Tuwadze, and Makuruta Maga sub-region. We convened to constitute the regional conference in terms of the Rule 21.3 of the ANC Constitution, as amended and adopted by the 55th National Conference in Nazareth, Johannesburg in 2022. Rule 21.3 decrees that each region shall hold a regional conference once every 3 years. Conference convened under the theme, the year of renewal, to make the ANC a more effective instrument of the people to achieve the vision of the Freedom Charter. Constituted by the total of 408 delegates, which includes the voting delegates, ANC, MEC, ANC, PEC employees, leagues and alliance, and guests. The objectives of this conference was to assess the current political situation, review the progress we are making in building a better life for all, identify and remedy the challenges we face in leading and accelerating the process of social transformation. In particular, we know that this conference followed a period in which there was 2024 national and provincial election. Evaluate the implementation of the organizational programs prior to the resolutions adopted at the regional, provincial, and national conference. In particular, delegates utilized the conference as an important platform to renew and strengthen the capacity of our movement to better the service of our people. We declare that the report of the regional task team, which includes the political report, the organizational reports, which include the work of the ANC Veterans League, the ANC Women's League, and the ANC Youth League, and the Treasurer's report were duly considered and adopted in terms of Rule 21.5 of the ANC Constitution. By and large, the conference commend on the people of Sekhukhune, in particular, and by extension, Limpopo as a people, for providing over 74% support for the African National Congress during 2024 national and provincial elections. Reversal of VAT increase. The conference support and welcome the reversal of VAT increase decision by ANC Minister responsible for Treasury. Relocation of Sekhukhune offices from Lebogo to Jan First and Fetahom to the Special Economic Zone. The conference resolved that quarterly report be provided to the REC about the relocation of Sekhukhune office from Lebogomo to Jan First and implementation of Fetagomo towards the special economic zone. In particular, it was resolved that the traditional councils should be engaged for allocations of additional land to accommodate future developments, mining houses. The conference resolved to accelerate establishment of mining academy or mining college. ANC should give immediate attention to challenges faced by sand miners, communication and local government elections. Municipal communication should meet with the ANC Communication Office to ensure milestone achievement region are properly communicated. Achievement are regionally properly communicated to the people as build up towards the 2026 government elections. We declare to work hard for the ANC landslide victory in the next local government election. To this end, final details of the conference resolution are contained in the report of the conference commissions, which comprise of economic transformation, elections and campaign, organizational renewal, governance, and communication and battle of ideas. In general, the conference takes solace in the words of the former ANC president, the President General O.R. Tambo, who, when encouraging combatants about the realization of ideals of the Freedom Charter in 1977, had this to say, and I quote, "Comrades, you might think it is very difficult to wage a liberation struggle. Wait until you are in power. I might be dead by then, and at that stage, you will realize that it's actually more difficult to keep the power than to wage a liberation war. People who will be expecting a lot of services from you. You will have to satisfy the various demands of the masses of our people. In the process, be prepared to learn from other people's revolutions. Learn from the enemy as well. The enemy is not necessarily doing everything wrong. You may take this right tactic and use them to your advantage. At the same time, avoid repeating the enemy's mistakes. The conference appreciates the sterling work performed by the outgoing RTT, which provide basis for the newly elected Regional Executive Committee. It is against this background, comrade, that the 9th Regional Conference elected the REC as required by the Rule 21.5.3 of the African National Congress Constitution. These are the leadership elected in this conference. Chairperson, Comrade Mainaba Hula, the Deputy Chairperson, Comrade Magatle Tlari, the Secretary, Comrade Matupe Tala, Deputy Secretary, Comrade Timaila, the Treasurer, Comrade Given Miman, and the additionals, Comrade Jutin Pilane, Comrade Vincent Choba, Comrade Khodia Wotsichego, Comrade Aaron Machipa, Makoma Mtsipe, Mameja Mapuku, Alfred Patlane, Rebecca Lintwana, Malebu Pala, Maria Mashego, Sam Uwane, Samaria Mashilo, Vero Matala, Rose Ratau, Diegetsem Mashego, Doron Peti, Tabita Slala, Asnat Machomane, Halinda Muchalefa, Itumele Magane, Amantha. And that is a declaration, comrades, which cover the true reflection of what happened in this conference. And thanks very much. And I therefore move for the adoption of the declaration.
No, thank you very much, Nopala, for presenting the declaration of the 9th Regional Conference. And then he also moved for the adoption. Can I get a seconder to the move, comrades? There is a hand there. Yeah, comrade.
Yeah, thank you, Chairperson of the Deputy Chairperson. I'm Paul Ketan from Mandogo branch number 1 of Sekhukhune. I stand to second the declaration of conference as true reflection of what transpired throughout the days. Thank you.
No, thank you very much, Comrade Paul, for seconding for the adoption of the declaration of this 9th regional conference. And then, comrades, without any waste of time, and then I'm going to the last item, of which is the item of the acceptance speech by the chairperson. Magala dia tlhabirwa, bana ba go shiba magorena satle ka sitwa ke gane nako a idumele. Ke acceptance speech after yona re a tswalla a re mo opelleng is the newly elected chairperson a re mo opelleng makgong. Nyamaza, hey nyamazana, hey nyamazana, hey nyamazana, hey nyamazana, hey nyamazana. O tlale tlate, tlale tlate, o tlale tlate, tlale tlate. Hey nyamazana, hey nyamazana, hey nyamazana.
Amandla, awethu. Ke a leboga deputy chair, comrade Tladi, ma comrade ya lapile. Le nyaka go ya gae. Ke rata go tšea sebaka se ke radio, ke TV. A ke tšea sebaka se ke leboge. Ke be ke lebogiše regional executive committee. Batho ba ka moka ba kgethilwego mo bagetšo. Ke leboge provincial executive committee, deployees in particular, comrade Mokwele, comrade Piedi, comrade Nkagareng, chairperson Abaswa, secretary general in absentia, provincial secretary in absentia, and all NEC members, branch delegate. Kamara secretary general a boletše ga ba ntse a bolela mo be ke dipotšiša gore go sa le bohlokwa gore ke bolele mara ke rata go tšea sebaka se ka gore ba re ke acceptance speech ke bontšhe gore ke tšea maikarabelo le mphele gona ka matsogo a mabedi. Ke amogela maikarabelo a legato la executive committee go na le paragraph tše 4 go iša go tše 5 gore mapage comrade Mokwele ba batla communicate se bohlokwa gore legato la REC collective ke tšea maikarabelo le bile ke a le tshepiša gore re ka se le šaetše taba tše di boletšego ke estimo ka moka re dikwele se bohlokwa se le sentse gore le tsebe jwale ka di branch delegate gore ke boletše maabane ka re Sekhukhune a se sa swana le Maloba re swantse re kopantšhe bopedi go feta ka mokgwa bo kopaneng ka ona. Comrades from towards the sub-region ke tseleng nka se tsogile ka dumela a ke re le Mokwele secretary general gore challenge ya go kgethiwa uncontested ko gore o santse gore o maiketšho gore o tšwela pele ka yona be re le gona ka moka a re bona o ka re makgomo a palakana so ke rata go tšea sebaka se ke bontšhe deputy secretary comrade comrade John Deere and deputy chairperson comrade Magetle Tladi and treasurer comrade Given and secretary in absentia gore re swantse gore ke maikarabelo a rena gore re ska tsoga ra dumela gore se re se agilego mo legoro se re phomoge feta kgomo tubatse le sonjo re le ithute se seng ka conference motho a rate ka batho ka moka a se tšhelete problem ya lena ke wa le se united gape le santjo tidiela ditlhong lena ro ye go thoma mo go ya kwa morago gore gane lena le fapana duo le ba ka mo jalo ke tla kwa ke a go tshepiša gore ke tlo go thuša go aga subredding re ya dikgethong go na le proposal ya gore feta go motubatse santjo ba city of feta go motubatse go kry-a ka city lelwa branch tše 39 di sa kwana ke maikarabelo a motho o mongwe le mongwe a dulang kwa feta go motubatse gore a dipotšiše boše gore gane nna re fapana jwa leele a se motswaleng le Makhudithamaga le Ephraim Mogale e le ka se tšhentšhetša di lengwe le tlo ba le nennoši Makhudithamaga e le a se motswaleng le Ephraim Mogale ba ka tšwetša pele diphetho tša moretšene le segona le nyakile gore senyetše di boditšhe SGA e tla mo le mmone gore o ba apere sutu e botsiwang a tsebe gore o tlo addressa conference ya go ba le peace le ba dumedišeng ge le fihla kwa Pegasfort le re maena ba hula o re dumela Ephraim Mogale le tsamaye motse mere kwa lena kwa gore le tlogele go baka le lita ke motho o botšišang ba Makhudithamaga a le ke nyaka o tseba gorena driver ya koloi e monna a o se wa namela gabotse ke go iteiša pampara onkwa dipoditšhe re santse gore re na le maikarabelo a go unita batho ba gape o tlo tsebe gore batho ba re lebeletše mo di-TV ngwanubale batho ba nyaka go bona gore na e re e thomile mo re tlo e fetšana comrade Nkakareng comrade Piedian comrade Mokwele re ka se le šaetše re a le tshepiša gore se SG a se bontšitše mo a se boletšeng ke se re tlogo se aga go tloga mo go ya pele conference e botse e bose ya go hlapa ya go nkga bose re tla boya re kopane makgomo ke a leboga ke leboga go menagane le nkgotleletše ka mafokodi a mantši mara today ka nako e re na le regional executive committee ya Sekhukhune a re sepeleng re yeng 2026 really united re wine all awards tše 117 tša moga Sekhukhune amandla.
Yeah, thank you very much, comrades. I get just on behalf of the newly elected leadership here. Valid that discipline, comrade, and from the beginning until now. Arjo lempele wana ka mogolo ga wana. Ke be go gopela microphone wa gaufi le neng tate shule go microphone ke moruti an orano tla ka pele ka pienyana rapelle gore re boele ga makhomo re le safe modimo a re thuša re se ka ra ba le di-accident le a tseba gantšintši ge re tswa dikopanong tše kgolo tša go swana le tše go ne meleko ya direga moruti tla ka pele fo re rapelela ga a fetse go rapela makhomo a re ye re yeng and then re ye re jiveng.
Ayo matata, ayo mata, ayo mata, yo modi mo aliguna.
Yo modi. Are rapeleng, modimo a rena re go botile ka metlha le matšatši. Lebelela baetapele ba rena šiba modimo a rena. Bošego le mosegare o badiše modiši. Le bohle ka moka ba batlile go mo modimo a rena. Ba lebelele malapeng a bona le malapeng a bo bona. Modimo a rena re go tshepile ka metlha le matšatši. Le ge ba ka sepela molapong wa moriti wa lehu. Ba lebelele bošego le mosegare. Di inele le botsela morena wa rena Jesu. Amen.
Yeah, comrades, regional office from Monday. It's all until we fitla the other Monday. So you know to Allah veke ka moka re khopela gore le ska la bua le lilo bona RS over lilo dira whatever la hoja go se motho. So the regional office will be closing for 7 days starting from Monday until the other Monday. Thank you.